In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear outer brake hose on this Nissan Rogue. It's going to be located behind the rear wheels. Let's get into it. I'm going to use a hood prop and compress the brake pedal. Just push it down with your foot and have the hood prop up against the seat. That's going to keep the pressure on the brake system, preventing any fluid coming out when we have the lines disconnected. Remove the wheel, use a 21mm socket. Remove the wheel. Now you want to have a drain bucket underneath. We're going to take this banjo bolt off. I'm using a 11mm socket to take this one off. Yours may be different. You might need a 12mm socket. Loosen that up. It's going to be some fluid. And pull that off. You'll pull the seals off. Pull the bolt out. And you pull the other seal off. You're going to want to replace the seals. I'm going to loosen up this nut. I'm going to use a line wrench, 10mm. Again, keep the drain bucket underneath because you might lose some fluid. Just work that back and forth a little bit. It might be a little rusty. Pull that out. I'm going to take this clip off. You can try using a prying tool like a straight blade screwdriver, or I'm just going to use some needle nose pliers. Just work this back and forth. Pull that off and grab the hose. Work that back and forth, and there it is. Take the new hose. There is a little tab right here that's going to go down on this side, and then take the clip, push that in, and we can use the hammer and just give it a little tap. Just tap it in place. Onto the bracket. That's good. Now take the brake line, get this lined up, and thread the fitting on. And we'll snug this down. That's good. After you're done, it is always a good idea to double check to make sure nothing's leaking after you road test it. Take the banjo bolt, put a new seal on it, go through the hose, take another seal, put it on that side, and get the bolt started. Just make sure that lines up in the hole. We're going to torque this to 13 foot-pounds. Now we can pull the hood prop off the brake pedal. Now we're going to loosen up the bleeder screw, take the little cap off, just grab that, pull that off. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. I'm going to use a 8mm wrench, loosen that up. We're going to gravity bleed this. Once the fluid comes out, the brake fluid has a steady stream, then we can close it up. All right, you see a little bit of the air bubbles coming out. Once we don't see any air bubbles, I'll just close it up. It's looking pretty steady. And I don't see any air bubbles, so we'll close this up. Snug that down. Put the cap back on. Double check, make sure the brake pedal feels good. If it still feels a little spongy, you're gonna wanna do a full brake bleed procedure. And we're gonna top off the fluid. You just wanna wipe the cap off of the brake fluid reservoir. Take the cap off, and with a new bottle of brake fluid, I'm gonna top it off. Make sure it's the correct type of brake fluid. This is .3 and .4. If you check the cap, this vehicle, it says to use .3 or 4. And put the cap back on. I'll put the wheel back on. Get that lined up. Put the lug nuts on. Snug that on. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 83 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check. Just going to take a rag, wipe off the cap of the reservoir. Take the cap off. Just using a pick. There's a screen in here. Just want to pop that screen out. Just going to get on the side of it and just pull it up. Just grab the screen, put that in later. Now I'm going to use a fluid extraction pump, make sure it's clean. Take out as much dirty brake fluid as you can. You don't have to go nuts, just get a good amount of it out. And we'll put the screen back in. And take a fresh bottle of brake fluid. Make sure it's the correct kind. This is .3 and 4. You can double check the cap. On this cap it says to use .3 or .4. And pour it in. Fill it up to the max line. That's up to the max line, that's right there. Take the cap and put the cap on. Because this vehicle has ABS, it is required to disconnect the battery to do this brake bleed procedure. So you want to disconnect the battery at this point. You're going to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Use a 10mm wrench. Loosen up the terminal. And disconnect that and just set that aside. We're going to raise and support the vehicle, have all 4 wheels off, and we're going to start with the right front caliper. After the right front, we're going to go to the left front caliper, and then the right rear caliper, and then finally on the left rear caliper. With an assistant in the vehicle, they're going to pump the brake pedal when we're ready. Take this cap off. I'm going to use a 8mm wrench on the bleeder. Then I'm going to use a hose to keep it a little bit clean, but you could just use a drain bucket. And we're going to have the assistant in the vehicle pump the brakes. Go ahead and pump the pedal. Nice and slow. You want to do that about 3 times. And then we're going to open the bleeder screw. A little bit of fluid came out and a little bit of air. Close it up. Go ahead, pump the pedal 3 times. And hold it. Open the screw. A little bit less air bubbles. Close it up. Go ahead, pump the pedal. And hold it. Oh, a little more bubbles. Just keep doing it. One more time. And hold it. There we go, no air bubbles. Close that up. Pull the hose off. Make sure this is snug. Put the cap on. You can use a little brake parts cleaner. Just clean that up. And then you're going to move on and do the same procedure on the left front caliper. I'll just top off the fluid, take the cap off, and just top off the brake fluid. Put the cap back on. And now we're on the right rear wheel. Take this cap off. The 8mm wrench on the bleeder. And I'll put the hose on. All right, go ahead, pump the pedal. And hold it. Loosen it up. A little bit of bubbles. Close it up. Go ahead, pump the pedal. Hold it. Open it up. Little bubbles, close it up. Go ahead, pump the pedal and hold it. Open the bleeder screw and close it up. There's no bubbles and the fluid looks good. Take the hose off. And snug this down. Put the cap on. Just use a little brake parts cleaner. Clean up the area. Then you're going to do the same procedure on the left rear wheel. I'll just top off the fluid. Take the cap off. And just top off the brake fluid. Put the cap back on. Now connect the negative terminal, line that up. Tighten this down. Give the terminal a wiggle, it's tight. At this point, you want to put the wheels back on and you can torque those lug nuts to 83 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.